What's up, everybody? It's Ricky Boy.
Swella boy.
Today's episode, we're gonna be doing a little Q&A about what the Mamone Braddaz are doing. What's up, Walla Boy? You want to tell us about what you've been doing so far up in St. George?
Yeah, for sure. What's up, my brother? Pretty much just been living the dream. It's a little bit of work, and we're playing football again. Well, I'm playing football here in St. George, Utah. Playing for a junior college, and just trying to finish my degree. Um, what's new with you though?
Uh, Shoot. Same thing. For sure going to college, so I mean, it's good fun. I got to play with some of the boys from Hawaii that we grew up playing with the Ogden Jets. I'm taking another EMT class for like the second, third time, but other than that, it's going good, living life.
Well, you don't have to worry because you're only taking a class 3 times. I'm doing college for the third time, so it's
Talk
okay.
about that, but could you tell us, or tell everybody, how was your experience graduating high school and then going to college, or as a D3, I forget what it's called, but you went from college, and tell us about how that went, and what would you want to tell the younger generation so they don't go through what you had to go through?
Mm, I would say start when you're young. I feel like we started real late when I was in high school with the recruiting and just trying to get out somewhere. And so when in 2017 is when I graduated high school. I played for Hilo High, and then I got an offer to go to Southern Virginia University. It was a D3 college, and I played like a nickel and outside linebacker at the time. But yeah, I would just tell the younger generation to start a little bit younger with the recruiting process. I know you can't talk to coaches at that time, but you could still start with a lot of the
These days.
videos, yeah, and the networking and just getting to know people because it's really hard, especially from the Big Island, to get noticed. We're just so small in the middle of the ocean. And Oahu's competition is a little better than ours, I feel. So I feel
Yeah,
like everyone looks at Oahu before they look at us. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely think just start young and go and get it. Don't be shy and stay in that local boy shell, or go be outgoing and go get it. You gotta go get what's yours. No one's gonna give it.
yeah. A lot of the actually everyone back home is a little scared to take that step and just move away from home for a little bit, come to the mainland just to experience better opportunities or more opportunities. I think that's where a
Oh,
lot of us struggle, leaving the island because we miss the beaches. But I heard this from someone, but I don't know who it was. Home is always going to be home. It's not going to go anywhere. So I think leaving the island for a little bit to get a better opportunity is good for everyone.
no, most definitely I agree because I left in 2017 and I've only been back for a little while back in 2019 and I'm still here in the mainland just trying to just find new opportunities for us local boys and local kids in Hawaii. So I definitely agree with you. I think everyone should come out to the mainland and experience this different way of living. It's so different from home. I mean, it's so hard to explain as well if you haven't experienced it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think everyone should just leave the rock for a little while. Like
Yeah.
you said, home will always be home. I mean, we just went home in, was it July?
Yeah.
Or October as well. And yeah, the beaches look the same. The house looks the same. But I mean, yeah, our home is something special, and it's just hard to live right now there. And I think if we can figure out how to make living here easy, then it should be easier when we are ready to move home. But I got something for you. I got something for you. For football, and I just wanted to see looking back on how has competing against each other influenced your individual careers in football? So just kind of explain like how does our competition, like influence you?
Um,
Like how does it make you better?
I I think I think it makes me a lot better. It made me a lot tougher because everything we did, I always had to train with the older guys, which is your generation. When I was an intermediate, you guys are like seniors in high school, and dad would always make me train with you guys to just make me stronger. And he would tell me if you want to be the best, you gotta fight the best, and that just helped me throughout football because I wasn't the biggest guy. I'm still not the biggest guy on the field, but I got a big heart and a pair of uh,
Lajo.
lahos that I took throughout my whole career of sports. So I think that's something that helped me.
Well, that's good. Now, I feel the same. I mean, I always have to get beat up from that guy's generation. So he pretty much just did the same thing I did, but just with our generation. I think for my side, because I'm the older brother, I just never wanted you to be better. Well, not in a bad way. I just always wanted to be one up, I
Mhm.
guess you could say. So it was always a competitive thing, like who could get to the car first or who could get to the bathroom first. Yeah, like just in life, I think it just made it competitive, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, there was never bad blood, so it was just always good competition, and it made us definitely better. So I just always wanted to make sure that I could beat you, but I don't know. I definitely think we should tell the audience about this weekend and what's gonna happen, what we got going on tomorrow, Saturday, and they can kind of understand the competition that we got tomorrow going on.
Well, you already know Ogden Jets. It's my first year playing with them, and we're gonna whoop St. George. We're gonna break that curse that they got going, even though they only played them what like 4 games so far. But
Yeah, and we haven't lost yet. So yeah, the St. George Eagles and the Ogden Jets are pretty good rival, and we played you guys already, and we won the first time, and I'm just thinking, we might pull it off again.
all I know is when I catch the ball, if you're on the opposite side, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna just the rest of everyone else, but I don't know. I don't know about that one.
We'll just have to see. But I play up top, strong safety. So if you're on the right side, then just motion back to the left side.
Come to your side. That's what I'm gonna come to your side. I don't know how to juke when it comes to you. I'm gonna head down.
Ice to the thighs, baby. Coach Kyle taught me all.
Okay,
Ice to the thighs, baby.
we'll see. We'll see. We got a couple more hours. Hours till we come with our.
Got one more sleep. One more sleep. One more sleep till I say strap. Oh,
I know we're way off topic, but I just wanted to ask about um we both have an MMA career. You kind of started it back in Hawaii. You did stop for a little bit when you went to college, but how was your fighting career? You took a break from when you went to college, and when you came back up to Utah, Dad kind of just threw you into the fire. How was your experience from Hawaii to Utah?
like in fighting wise or just
Yeah, in fighting. How would you explain like the experience, or just talk about how the fighting up here in Utah, like when you first fought, Dad just threw you into the fire. You didn't really have a set training camp, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I would say shucks. I mean, fighting in Hawaii, everybody wants to fight like, in the street or in the ring or just everyone feels like they can fight. So I mean, you just got that warrior spirit in Hawaii, but uh, yeah, I just feel like being in Hawaii, you feel like you can beat everybody. It's just that man in you, I guess. And then you come to the mainland, little high maka maka because you kind of win every time in Hawaii, and then in my first fight here in Utah, I actually got choked out like in the first round or something like that. I didn't get lickings, but it just felt like I got dirty lickings. You know what I mean? But I got choked
Mhm.
out, and that was really humbling for me because for me, I thought I was top G. You know what I mean? I thought I was the best in the world already. I was only like 3 fights in as an amateur. But yeah, the competition is great up here. I mean Utah fights every month with so much companies up here. There's a company here in St. George, and then those two companies we fight for in back in Salt Lake, Still Fist and Fierce Fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean they fight every month, so the competition up here is great because we could really fight every month if we really wanted to, but thinking of longevity, I mean, it's not that healthy, but the fight game is definitely different though here in Utah. I mean, I feel like back in Hoyle, we have no problem just standing in the middle and scrapping. And if someone gets hurt, then that's when we take you to the ground. But I feel like up here, it's just so
Or
just
it's more technical, I'd say.
yeah. That's
More
the word.
technical and a
It's
lot of
very, very technical. I feel like back home we just scrap, and then over here it just gets you cannot scrap. You gotta really just learn how to be real technical and win your exchanges, get in, get out. It's just I love it though. The stuff we learn up here is just it's so great. It's super, super great.
yeah, a lot of the guys up here are way more. I feel like they're real good at their jiu-jitsu and their ground game. Because even I didn't fight back home. My first MMA fight was up here. Like
Mhm.
I think I had 2 weeks of notice when Dad called. I wasn't even training. I was just helping you train, and then
Yeah.
I got choked out too. I got put to sleep. I didn't tap. But the funny thing is, I was more scared about waking up to Dad beating me up or giving me dirty licking because he told me in the locker if you get caught in something bad, tap, and I didn't. So I was
But
more
you
scared of Dad after that.
must have been so surprised, all right? Like that saying that he used to always say, "Fight till you die, fight till you die," and then he tells you, "You should have just tapped."
Yeah, yeah.
But nah, I went to sleep. I'm going to
No.
sleep. I tapped. I tapped.
Oh, you
Just
did?
tapped.
I didn't. I went straight to sleep. That was a good experience though. I learned from that. There's a lot of guys that we met up here too. A lot of good coaches and some
It's like
some
how
of the
you
guys
asked the question in the beginning about about college and football and what I feel like or what I could say to the younger generation. It's like I said, networking. Like you just said, we met such great coaches out here, coaches that actually coach in the UFC and they have fighters that are in the UFC here in Utah. It's just amazing to see the people that they bring and we get to train with.
I have one for you. It's more about dad, but how was your experience? Well, I guess for the both of us, how was our experience like growing up having dad as our coach
Mhm.
from like in like any sports that we did, whether it was football, boxing, or like even baseball. He was always just our coach. How was your experience with Coach Surge?
Coach Serge, that's probably one of the best coaches I ever had. I only say that not because he's my dad, but I mean, that person raised us, you know what I mean? And he knows in us from inside and out. So to know us just as a person and as a human being, he's already one step ahead. And then just training us from when we were little, he knew our rights and wrongs and everything like that with sports. So I mean, I just felt like he was always one step ahead and always just knew how to improve our game just by being our dad, and just knowing us well.
Hmm.
I just think overall it's great coach. Great coach. Love that guy.
Yeah. No, I think you got it a little bit worse than me, but he definitely was one of the great coaches that I have to shout out. Coach Surge. He did push us to like way past our limits because he knew that we could go further and just working out and not quitting. He taught us just how to be great in life, and I think that carried us through life. But he's still here. He still is doing everything he can for us, and yeah, big shout out to Coach Church.
Yeah, no, most definitely. We appreciate you. I got something for you though. So going off of that, how do you feel how does sports in general benefit our relationship and help us in life?
With like mine in your relationship.
Yeah. Like how do you feel like how does sports in general like benefit us? How does it help us? What did it teach you in life and how does it how does it help build relationships?
Um, Shoot, it kind of goes back to Coach Church. He taught us a lot of just things while we're working out to like not quit, like I was talking about. To always push through, fight till we die. And in football, he taught us that. And in boxing, I think kind of leads up a lot more to life because it's just you against that other your opponent,
Mhm.
which you could put that as you against the world. And when you get knocked down in a fight, you got to get back up and you just got to keep coming forward. Um, and that follows through life. I mean, I'm still young. I don't really know a lot, but I do know that when we came up to Utah, that was kind of something that kind of changed my life around, and I had to adjust and just keep going and just strive to be great.
I agree.
What was that? What was
That was
that?
beautiful. So great. No, that's great. That's great. I promise. That's great. I mean, I think sports does a lot for us as young men. Teaches us a lot of discipline and just kind of teaches you how to become a young man at a young age, and it kind of shows you like if you really love the sport or if you really love what you're doing, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah,
What how do you feel now that we're gonna play against each other tomorrow? You are a head coach at Panelva in 2019. You got to coach some of the boys that's playing with the Ogden Jets. It's like Noah, we got Micah Lopez. Um, and then in 2017, your senior year, you got to play with some of the boys that were freshmen, with Shone, Lolo, Kuneva. How
yeah.
how do you feel going into this game tomorrow, knowing that you coached some of these boys and you played with?
Ah. Well, I guess you can say a little backstory first is yeah, Sione Holani, Lolo Holika, and Nalu Kuneva was my teammates back in 2017 at Hilo High, and then I coached Noah Santiago and Micah Lopez now playing with you. And I was actually supposed to play for all of them, but I thought it'd be cooler if we played against each other, and so here we are. First game I didn't get to play against you guys, so I'm actually really excited to step on the field tomorrow and hopefully get some reps and get to see my boys across the field. I think regardless, I mean it's just gonna be fun. It's just gonna be great competition, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna see us messing around a little bit and laughing a lot.
Well, I hope you know that Ogden Jets is coming.
Well, I hope you guys are coming. I
I
really do. I
do.
hope you. I hope you are.
Okay.
I hope so. It's one more sleep, literally one more sleep with him. It's 9:02 right now. We play at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll be on the road early morning.
I'll be in my bed resting, ready for you.
We don't rest. Wait, Holly, we don't rest.
Ah! I mean, like, I'm just recovering, you know? Just because I said rest doesn't mean I'm not doing nothing. Mental. Nah. Well, I got a couple for you too, though, real quick though. How do you handle the pressure of performing well while also wanting your brother to succeed? Like you know how people always say like don't go into business with family or don't do certain things with family. Like, what makes you like? Why do you feel like people feel that way? Because I feel like we've never had an issue growing up. You know what I mean? Like I still to this day can't remember like us bickering or even having an argument
Uh-huh.
or even like fighting in general. You know what I mean? I feel like we always run into like siblings that always have problems with like either like just having a hard time loving each other or just having that friendly competition and being able to compete on the field and then walk off the field without having bad blood. You know what I mean?
I think it was just kind of the way that it was raised. Dad kind of forced us to always love each other. You know, that's your brother. You gotta do this for him. And that as we got older and older, it just stuck to us. Not where like other families where they're always fighting. They're always like brothers, sisters always fighting, brother and Braddaz always fighting. I think in our household we always loved one another. So I think that's where it kind of helped us. And I don't know. There's a lot of people that say like they not to go into business with family. But I don't know why. I really just think it's just the way that they're raised. Um,
Mm.
I don't think it really has nothing to do with them. It could be the parents. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to blame
Yeah.
anything on anybody, but
Well, what kind of advice do you think you could give to the next generation or people watching this that's struggling with their siblings? You know, because like um even like in fighting, we have to spar each other all the time. And we'll still leave the gym that night with where like we'll just like
Like yeah,
talk
like
trash, or we'll be like, "Oh, bro, you caught me good tonight." You know what I mean? Like that was
mm.
a good sparring session. So there was always some encouragement in it, or we'll just start slap boxing in the kitchen or something. You know what I mean? But like we'll never get crazy. So
I think when it comes to the fighting and us training, I think we both know that if I go soft and you go soft, that we're just hurting ourselves. We're not making any of us better. But I think we got past that where I can punch you in the face, you can punch me in the face as hard as you want, but at the end of the day, it's like we're gonna talk about what I did wrong so I can get better and what you did wrong so you can get better. But I think some advice would be it goes both ways. It's hard if I'm the one trying to make things right and you're kind of like, stubborn to like love. Coach Serge actually was teaching us gratitude and even some of the boys up here when they first started sharing gratitude to families back home, like you could hear it that it's they don't do it every day. So it's like weird, we would call somebody, hey, gratitude, love you, hope you had a great day. And the guys on the other side of the phone would just be like what? Like
I,
what do you mean? Like, I
yeah,
don't
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah,
That's probably the hardest thing in Hawaii though for people is to just say I love you.
yeah, yeah,
Text it. What you said, Maho?
yeah. It's an ego thing that's in front of them. I don't know what it is, man, but yeah, I think it goes both ways. Like you guys both everyone has to share gratitude with each other and no matter what or who's surrounding you, as long as you guys have that bond, like no matter what, there nobody's gonna break it.
No, I agree. I like that. Well, if you're watching and you're struggling with your siblings, there you go. Ricky Boy with the advice.
Yes, God bless her. You already know.
No, serious though, I think that's a big problem with families nowadays. I think they're really struggling to just find love in this new generation we're living in. You know, like everyone says in Hawaii, oh, Allah's power already gone, you know, but
Yeah.
Allah's only gone if we want it to be gone, you know, same with love. Like I just feel like everyone gotta come back together.
I think Aloha is still out there. It's just here in like not around the whole area, it's only on certain areas, like certain families that still share Aloha. And if they do, there's always just someone in the family that kind of has that ego that they don't want to just let go and they usually call it the mahu side or like the soft side and they don't want to show that for
Yeah.
some reason and sharing gratitude and loving your family is not soft at all. So
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. We need to do that more often, everyone.
is there any like unique traditions that you do personally for football or before a fight?
Traditions that I know we do together as a family or team, before we get ready for a fight or a game is we like to just go find somewhere and go pull mana and and get back to the earth and just grab some mana. So obviously if we can, we'd always love to just go home and grab some mana from home and bring that back to the mainland with us and go to war, go to battle. There was times where we went to Waipio, went to Iosepa here in Utah, and just going places that are sacred or sacred to you, I guess. And that place that you love that can clear the mind and put you in a peaceful mindset, get you ready mentally, physically. I
Yeah,
like to do that, or just go surf. You know, something that just keeps the day the same, keeps it all the same. You know, I don't like to feel like I don't like the jitters before my fights. I like to just be in it's a normal day. So this is just another day.
it's another day. Yeah, I think that's kind of what you said, how we always just go pull mana and stuff. When you were in college, I mean, I'm sure you did it too, but the mana that I used to pull before like games when I was younger was going to the farm and feeding the pigs. That was the kind of mana that my dad would make me pull. But other than that, like yeah, like we before fights or even football, we always have meals before we go into our games. Like as a team, if it's a fight, we always just me and you and dad and Mad Max. We'll have like our little dinner and what dad kind of I don't I know you remember, but dad will always tell us like back in the day when guys go into war, they get one more night for have a meal. spend times with the Wahines, and after that it's war. So it
Yeah.
kind of kept that tradition with us, whether it was football or fighting, and it's still going to today.
Oh yeah, I think that's why we should shout Coach Surge out one more time because throughout my Pop Warner career, high school career, um, he he fed he fed my team for me and my coaches, and actually he just did it for the St. George Eagles the first time we played you guys.
Yeah, 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 we did
Week
that.
one, week one, he did it again and fed my team. So big shout out to Coach Surge and my family and everyone that helps prepare that. It's just not easy.
The plan that feeding was we're supposed to whoop you
You guys
guys.
are supposed to win. You're supposed to win and then feed
Guys,
us. And it
we're
was
gonna
kind of
feed
like,
you guys, but we lost, and then we invited you
and
guys.
we got to come enjoy your food, baby.
Ah.
We
Um,
won and ate your food.
we
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 came
can't
and
leave
ate
out
yours.
we can't leave out our boy Mad Max. So like, what is something? Talk about something about Mad Max. Just growing up and watching him to where he's at now.
Um, Mad Max is so different from me and you. I would say he's definitely like that cowboy in our family. That guy's wild. That guy's no shame of anything, and I really love that about him. He don't care. He just does him.
Yeah,
Normal front feet. Yeah.
yeah,
No slippers on his jam. No, yeah, that guy is just very his own person. He's very unique, and we're slowly trying to get him into sports now. I feel like it's a little late, a little late start for him. He still has two left feet and got to work on the eyes and just learning the game in general. But to where he is now, it's definitely a big step. If anyone knows Mad Max, then you guys understand where you're going. And
yeah,
yeah, I mean, Mad Max will probably be the best of all of us. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be.
yeah. Mad Max is for you guys who don't know. Mad Max is Mikey Boy. He's the youngest, but he from when he was a little kid, he was a little bit peel out him out, but he got a little bit better. He still like tests every single one of us, but after one twos to his jaw, he back up a little bit. But it's
I feel like he only messes with you though. I mean, he only messes with me over the phone because he knows I cannot do nothing.
that's because of you.
I don't know.
You taught him everything. That's why he still messes with me to this day.
Ask him the next podcast, guys. We'll bring Mad Max on and ask him who influenced him to do these things, and you guys will all get the answer.
And again, you taught him
Ricky, you
always
say Ricky.
Ricky. Ricky did it. Well, we're gonna start wrapping this thing up, but one last thing. What was your most memorable moment in just throughout growing up, like in sports?
In sports. I'm gonna do a football memory just because we're in football season. Um, I don't even know. This must have been like back in like 2013 or 2012. It was like my Pop Warner year in Paneva, and Ricky Boy must have been like 8, I would say, and
Yeah.
he would come and practice with us and stuff, and my dad coaches let him run a play, and like everyone on the offense was holding the defense, and nobody wanted to tackle Ricky, and then that competitive guy in me was like, I'm not letting no 8-year-old score on me, and so he must have been like 10, 15 yards down the field, and I chased him all the way down to the end zone and tackled, popped him out of bounds right before right before the touchdown, and oh, my dad was nuts. Coach Serge was gonna lose it.
Some
But
best.
that was probably my best memory in football. I mean, football you make so much memories. Just sports in general, but that
Yeah.
was probably the best one.
Yeah. Shoot.
Paul, what about you? What is your most memorable moment in
Shoot.
in sports or in football?
I don't know. I have a couple, but I mean, shoot. Football, I don't really there's a lot we can talk about in football, but I can choose like boxing. There was a time where like how I preach about my dad saying like he'd always tell us fight till we die, fight till we die. And that day I had football practice at like 4 to 6, and then we had training 6 to 8, and that day was sparring day. So what we used to do is we'd spar like 8, 10 rounds, and I ended up getting to like the eighth round, and my head was just throbbing. I ended up throwing up, and then I got took to the hospital. That's all I remember. And then I remember waking up in the hospital bed and then going home. But
Is that the time where you told the doctor that dad told you to fight till he dies?
that is the time that, yeah, I fight to die. I was dehydrated so bad, and I had to get an IV put to my arm. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the worst part is Ricky was a young boy still, and the doctor goes, "What happened?" And he goes, "My dad said to fight till I die." And the doctor looked at my dad like, "What are you doing?"
Oh shoot. I definitely did. Well,
Well, before we wrap it up, we'd like to thank everyone for joining in. We'd like to thank everyone that supports us. We love you guys, and thank you for just following our careers and just blessing us with the relationship that we have. And then also tomorrow, Ogden Jets versus St. George Eagles here in St. George, Utah, at 3 p.m. Dixie High School. If you guys want to watch a slaughterhouse, let me know. I'll send you a link. But
all I know
before I
is
sign out, I better put on my winter shirt.
I heard my boy say this. The
Winter
Eagles
shirt.
don't fly where the Jets are at. We're gonna be up top. We're gonna be around. And if you
We
guys get
don't
in the way, we're gonna fly right through you guys. That's all I'm saying. Ogden
we
Jets.
don't we don't fly where you guys fly, but we fly with the wind.
We fly on top. Fly on top.
Here we
Well,
go, right here. Check me out. St. George Eagles, baby.
hey, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow.
Tomorrow, baby,
I'll
3
be on
p.m.
the field.
One more sleep.
I'll be on offense. I'm gonna get the ball.
I'll tell Coach Mike put me on offense too. What's up with it?
I'm gonna tell you one of my plays. F Shiv. It's a screen to me. And I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna get a six. I'm gonna put a six on the board for
It's
you.
all good. Week one, when I watched you guys, I was calling all of your routes.
When I
I called
score,
every single route you ran, and you ran it.
when I score, I'm gonna give you the ball. I'm gonna hand you the ball, not the
And I'm
ref.
gonna autograph it and give it back.
All right. Well, hey, I like to share gratitude to I like to share gratitude to this guy right there, little boy, for just being the older brother and paving the path for us. I like to also give some gratitude to Coach Surge and my mom and Mad Max and to everybody out there. Chase greatness. Always remember, Hawaiian forever.
Forever, baby.
Hoi ho. Till the next show. Yes, I'm.
Gratitude to all our supporters. Love you guys. All right, Ricky boy. Gratitude, my boy. Love you,
Camera.
bro.
Love you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.